LPT, how to handle a disaster.
My house burned down in the Oregon wildfires. Here are some tips I wish I would have known. It's been 3 weeks and I'm still kicking myself for how I reacted when the high winds and fire came through. The fires were caused and exacerbated by 40 to 50 miles per hour winds in our area. We had trees in front of our place that I was afraid were going to fall on us even before the fire, which leads me to the first point. 1. Pack early. Packing early will give you so much peace of mind. It will allow you to take time to get everything you need/want. I wanted to pack when it was just strong wind. I didn't because I am an idiot. 2. Pack anything that is even a little sentimental. This is where I was the dumbest. When we received the level 2 be ready prompt, I was annoyed.
I thought that it was just an inconvenience. I thought that I would have to unpack in 12 hours and it was all stupid. Spoiler, it was not. I did take my most sentimental items, but I did not take all of them. Take them all. 3. Run through the house with your camera for insurance. This is hoping you still have power at this point, but if you don't, use your cell phone's flashlight. This will help with insurance so much. I had hoped that some things I left would still be there. They were not. Wildfires take everything. I've been back and the fire took everything. It's all rubble. Do not leave behind anything you need/want. Pack and take those things early. 4. If you don't know about it until the last minute, just run. Don't risk your life to grab some stuff. After all, it's just stuff. You won't be missing anything if you're gone. There will undoubtedly be more disasters due to climate change, and I hope that these tips will help keep you safe, secure and happy. Good luck. Edit. You/Pinkajik pointed out that I didn't mention pets. This is because pets are not something I would have even considered not bringing. It was instinctual. I will add a picture of her as soon as I figure out how. Edit. Here's my pupper. http://imgur.com/gallery/me2sda. Thank you so much for the awards. I didn't realize the magnitude of response when I posted, let alone the awards.
I'm grateful to the Reddit community for letting me share my grief and giving me peace of mind knowing that others may take my experience and be more prepared in the unfortunate event of a disaster. I'm sorry that happened to you, but thanks for sharing your insight to help others.
Thank you for sharing this, and I'm so sorry you lost so much. I live in Portland and I can tell you that you weren't alone in underestimating the fires. No one thought it would get that bad, myself included. I hope you and yours get some good luck soon, because you sure deserve it.
LPT. Go through your house with a video camera and back that file up in the cloud so that you have it. Should there ever be an emergency. Then when you buy new items of value, take photos of the original box and add them to the same folder. Edit. I am not an adjuster. I got this advice from a previous LPT6 from someone who actually works for an insurance company.
1. I'm so incredibly sorry you have experienced this loss. 2. Insurance claims adjuster here. I agree 10,000% on the take pictures for insurance. Also, save digital copies of important paperwork and important receipts in a cloud drive.
Good tip about documenting stuff for insurance. Don't think you're alone, though. Just a few weeks ago, when that derecho storm hit, we got a tornado alert and a bunch of phone alerts to seek shelter. I told the kids to put shoes on, but that was about it. No packing, no getting important documents, etc. Luckily, we only got some very small hail, but I guess it could have gone way worse. We were definitely not prepared for a real emergency. Don't forget about your pets. If you have pets, make sure you have emergency food and water packed for them in their carriers easily accessible. When evacuating, pack animals first, put them in their carriers and in your car ASAP. Then move down the list. I keep a list of things to do during evacuation pinned at the top in my notes app since I know my brain is gonna be frazzled during an evacuation. I did damage assessments in NSW after and during the bushfires, did inspections on hundreds of properties, Spent weeks talking to owners who stayed, who took every option, including a guy who built a fire bunker. Don't know how it is elsewhere, but some will stay, trying to hose down the embers carried by the wind until the hoses or the pumps melt. We'd see water barrels half full still standing. The water keeps temperature low enough so the material doesn't melt. By that point, you don't outrun fires. What I learned is that it's just dumb luck most of the time. There'd be houses with overgrown yards, leaves in the gutter that get passed over while next to gets flattened. We were ordered to evacuate. San Jose, CA, packed what she thought was important and walked 5 horses 1 mile down into the safe valley. We waited for the imminent time given our easy egress down. CAL FIRE kept it away. That walk back up the hill with the horses was satisfying. Everyone should have a bug-out bag ready to go. The bag should have a first aid kit, a fire-making kit and/or emergency pellet camp stove, a small knife, hatchet, and wire saw, a mess kit so you can boil water, or iodine treatment tablets and coffee filters. Ask your doctor, pharmacy if you can have an extra week of necessary meds, and find out their shelf life. If your medications need to be chilled, for example insulin, make sure you have a small cooler and frozen ice packs ready to go at a moment's notice. A tarp or small pop-up tent to keep you dry and warm, and some emergency blankets. Because I live in an area where wildfires are possible during wildfire season, one have photo albums, hard drives etc. packed into a tote, and when I run the tote will come with me. Anything else that I want to try to keep but isn't that detrimental will go into a deep freezer. When I leave, on occasion the insulation from the appliance will protect the items inside. Insurance papers, the deed to the house etc. goes into a safe deposit box. We keep our most important stuff in a grab box in case there is ever an emergency evacuation with little or no warning. It has our most cherished sentimental items, as well as information for financial, insurance, medical, etc. It's the bare minimum to keep it small and easy. Many things are in digital format to maximize what we can put in there, and encrypted to ensure security. Does anyone know if it's effective to bury things you want to save? Or how deep it needs to be for good protection? I can almost imagine people making burn cellars to store a bunch of stuff while they evacuate. I'm sorry, you know all of this now. Heartbreak. Just an additional point. Do not try to save your house. If there's a danger of your house burning, then you want it to burn. You do not want to come back to a smoke-infested house with all the damage that comes with a fire. After the campfire I talked to my insurance if I am in that situation, and his advice was pretty much, douse that MFER with gasoline and hope it burns. Thanks for sharing your experience. It's a smart reminder for everyone, not just fire, earthquake, hurricane-prone areas. I'm glad you're safe. As a fellow Oregonian, I am sorry for your loss. Thank you for taking this opportunity to help others. Just a heads up, I think you meant exacerbated instead of exasperated. One means to increase, the other means to get annoyed. I hope I'm not coming across as pedantic. Thanks for the LPT. Back in June of last year, my neighbors accidentally set my side of the townhome on fire. It wasn't a total loss, but it took just short of a year to get my stuff back from the restoration company. The company told me to grab what I needed, so I only grabbed a week's worth of clothing. I had no idea it would take that long to get cleaned. Also, it made me realize what I would be totally deviated to live without. Something I'll add after this happened to me in the California fires: if you're evacuating, make sure on your way out you also take out your trash and clear your fridge, freezer of perishable items. As you leave, it may be $100 worth of groceries. but odds are if power isn't already cut it will be soon. And it only takes a few days for a fridge without power to go downhill quick. It took all my corona masks to try and bear the stench of emptying that white box of doom. If you have children, let them pick some of their stuff too. It might seem silly to take some of their toys, but those kinds of things are their world and will help them keep some sense of normalcy. I grew up in the Texas Panhandle and we had some major fires in the mid-2000s. Had to evacuate pretty quick. I was like 9 or so and the only thing I cared about was my Xbox. Staying the night with family and playing my games helped me not freak out about the situation. Wow, I am so sorry that you have to go through this. Thank you for sharing. These are really excellent tips.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.